Help you on the court, but I'm also going to teach you some skills that are going to help you in your school, with your family, at home, out in the public. And so we're going to spend the next couple of minutes together, just kind of talking about some stuff. So I do have a slideshow. I'm going to show my slideshow, but we're also going to have some dialogue and some conversation. So today's topic is on tips to help you get through pressure and expectations that happen with you being an athlete in this sport. So I'm going to share my screen briefly with you. If I can find my mouse, okay. And okay, we're going to go slide one. So I want us to kind of think a little bit about what is pressure and what are expectations. And I chose this picture for a reason. So you guys may have thought you were going to sit here and just kind of listen to me. We're going to have a nice conversation about pressure and expectations. So first, I'm going to ask you, in our sport, and feel free to put in the chat if you don't want to unmute yourself, but I do want to hear you sometimes. Okay. So when we talk about our sport and you look at this picture, what are some areas where you might have pressure? Like where does pressure sometimes come from when we're playing in our sport? So if you look at this picture, there's a couple of different things. Tell me what you see here. Somebody raise your hand. I'm happy to unmute you, or we can also just unmute yourself and go ahead and just speak if you can. All right, Alexia, what you got? Alexa, sorry.
I see people in this picture. I see
Yeah.
people like just trying to get the ball.
Yes. So the game itself, like competition, right? That definitely creates pressure for sure. Okay. Aria, what do you have?
Shooting.
Oh man, yes. Like we got to score, right? So the pressure to score a basket to win a game. Yes, absolutely. Ava, what else do you see in this picture?
I see people like fighting for the ball, not giving up.
Yeah, yep. So other team, I would say, you get pressure from the other team, from having your skill, having to score a basket, from the pressures of the game and competition. Cam, what else do you see in this picture? There's some people outside of this, just the girl with the ball. What else do you see, Cam?
Like you always have pressure because like people are always watching you.
Ooh, yes. There are people always watching you. We have some people in the background of this picture. Would they possibly be parents, you think? Yeah.
Like parents and like other people.
Other people, so other fans, parents. Yep. What about a coach? You guys think that coaches give you some pressure sometimes? Absolutely. Yeah, yep, for sure, for sure. And so yeah, like that's really important. So we gave an idea of where pressure might come from, like who they come from, what kind of experience they've come from. But let's talk a little bit about how they speak to expectations. So if I was to think about the actual game, like what are some expectations that you think you have to have or do to be a good athlete? What are some things that come to mind? Feel free to write in the chat or hold your hand up. What are some things that we have to do? Ava, what do you got? What are some expectations that come with being a basketball player? Go ahead, Ava. Oh, you're muted.
To be like a which Ava?
You, Ava P, you got it. You're on it.
To be like a basketball player is like to pass the ball and like dribble the ball and make good passes and smart passes.
Yeah, so they expect you to be really good at your skill, right? Like I got to be able to be really good at dribbling. I got to be good at passing. I got to be good at shooting. Yeah, Aria, what do you got? Aria Wilson.
You have to work hard
Yep, I hear that all the time, right? If you're gonna be a good athlete, you gotta work hard. You are correct. Jamie, what do you have?
Oh, like listen to your coach. Like don't just like listen to like your parents. Like if they're talking on the sideline, like pay attention to your like coach and your teammates.
Yeah, just real quick, a show of hands. How many of you all have the pressure or expectations like I got to listen to my parents, but what if my coach says something different? Like how much does that add stress to some of you guys? Like raise your hand. My coach says one thing, my parents says another thing. Who do I listen to? Yeah, that's a challenge. Yep, yep. Yara, you have anything to add?
Coach, sorry to interrupt. This is Coach E, but you have some comments in the chat too.
Oh, thank you so very much. I can't even see them. Let's go. What do we got here?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Oh, being able to shoot. Yep. Teamwork, make smart moves, being on time. Yes. Discipline. You guys, you all are on point. Being able to work together. Yep. Yep. Aria Wilson, did I get you already or you have something else? Okay.
You got me.
Alexa,
Sorry.
that's okay. Alexia, you got something?
Also hustling.
Oh man, you know that, huh? We run those lines and you got to hustle. Yeah. These are all things, right? That every day when we show up, we got to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do, what we're told to do. We got to make sure we're being good teammates. We got to make sure we're not paying attention to the fans. We got to kind of block them out. It's a lot of things that you all have to do as athletes. And so you all mentioned all of these things. Expectations and pressure come from parents, coaches, fans, teammates. Nobody said the referee, but he's one, the referee. Okay, we got other teams. We got other families that are watching. Maybe your grandparents are coming to a game. Maybe your cousins are coming to the game, and you just really want to do really, really well for them, right? So these are things that we all have to face, but sometimes they are so heavy in our brains that it's really hard to just focus on the things that I worked on in practice, right? Any of you guys have to struggle with that? Raise your hand. So many people are there, so many expectations. How do I focus to just do good in the game? Yeah, you're not the only one. And you'd be surprised, even as a coach, sometimes I got to think about that too. So I have basically 3 tips that we're going to go over today that hopefully helps us work through this idea of expectations and pressure. Okay. So what I want to do first, there's one thing I want you to know. Okay. My first tip for you, okay, is that if you didn't know this, that out of 8 billion people in the world, did you guys know that there was 8 billion people in the world? There's almost more now. Did anybody know that? Everybody knew that? Yeah. Okay. If you didn't know, that's a lot of people. But did you know that out of 8 billion people in the world, there's only one of you? Did you know that? Yeah, I hope you knew there's only one of you, right? So with that, I need you to know that that actually gives you some superpowers that may be different. So Ava P might have different superpowers or strengths than Taya. Taya might have different strengths than Piper. Piper has different strengths than Aria. Aria has different strengths than Anna. Like all of you all have really, really great different things that are really, really important. And you are a part of this team because you have these specific strengths. So what I do with all of my athletes, we're going to start talking about the first tip, which is to know that you are you and you have your own strengths and uniquenesses that you bring to the table. So here's what I want to do. I want you to take a moment on your notebook and I want you to think about one strength that you have. Okay, what is one thing that makes you like a good asset to a team? Maybe I'm fast, maybe I'm a good shooter, maybe I'm a good boxer outer, maybe I am tall, maybe I'm fast. What is one strength that you have? I want you to write it down. If you could think of more than one, good for you. But let's start with one, but feel free to write down more if you think of more. Yep. Okay. Does anybody know the difference between a strength and a uniqueness? Anybody? Ava P, you want to get a crack at it? What do you got?
I wanna like unique means like being yourself, like or doing something that like you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And
Okay.
strengthness is like strong and like maybe you're like not, I mean, you could be emotional sometimes, but like you're more like stepped up and you're more like yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, very good guess for sure. Strozer, you got something on that?
I think that it's so like wait, what were the two words? I forgot the two words.
Yeah, you got it. It was, what is the strength? What's the difference between strength and uniqueness?
Oh, uniqueness is something like about you that nobody else has, and
Ooh.
strong is like uh something that
Yeah,
and
you were on the right track with that. That was really good. I'm impressed. Yep. Aria, you want to help her?
Well, I know this saying.
Okay.
Today you are you. That is truer than true. There's no one alive that is youer than you. And that adds on to the uniqueness.
Oh my gosh, that's Dr. Seuss right there. I love it. I love it. Okay. Cam, you want to add to it?
So like a uniqueness is like you have something that this person doesn't have. Like you have this rare body feature of you, but that person doesn't have it. And then a
Double
strength
jointed.
is something like you're 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 more stronger in, for example, in shooting than this person, or this person is stronger in ball handling than you are.
Yes. Yep. That was a really, really great example. So what I want is I want you to write down a strength, and then I also want you to write down something that is your uniqueness. Okay, what is something that you may do or be that someone else isn't? Maybe I'm left-handed. That's a uniqueness. There's not a lot of left-handed basketball players. Maybe I come from a family where I'm the only child. So if I'm the only child, maybe I have to be more responsible. Maybe I have to, take care of everything in the house. Like that teaches me responsibility or respect. Or maybe I'm an older sibling. So like I got to take care of my younger siblings. Like these are all skills that make you unique. They don't have to be physical. They can be things that you learn from character. They could be something that is within like your household. It could be all these things. So I want you to write down a uniqueness, okay? I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds. So think of one strength, one uniqueness.
Does it have to do with basketball?
No, it could do with anything.
Can it be like in school, like you're smart basically?
Absolutely. It could be in anything. Yep. Yep. Great questions. Okay, I think our 10 seconds are about up. I did want to, I don't think I can do it here, but that's okay. I wanted you to get into a group and be able to share with each other what your strength and your uniqueness is. But I don't think I have the feature right now, which is okay. So I would ask, would anybody be brave enough to share what their uniqueness and their strength is? And let's see, do we get any different people than the four who always speak? Strozer, I think I heard you once. So I'm gonna let you hear, I'm gonna let you go again.
So my uniqueness is I have an older sibling, but that's not like something that only I have.
Yeah.
And most people don't know how to do this like as good. So like I don't write good with my left hand because I'm right-handed.
Whoa. Okay. Yep. That's a good one. I love it. Okay. Let's go, Kim. What you got?
My strength is that I'm a really good shooter, and something unique about me is that I can actually make my big toe go numb. Like I can make it go numb.
Wow. Okay. Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay. Taya, I see a different hand. I'm gonna let other people go too that has their hand raised. But Taya, what do you got?
So I have 5 brothers and I'm the only girl in my house, so that's why I'm like I play sports with boys and everything. So
Yeah,
and then
that's a good one.
strength is I not a lot of people write with their left hand and like play soccer with their left foot and everything. I do everything with my left hand.
Whoa. Okay. So you're like ambidextrous almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jamie, what you got?
My name is Jordan. I don't know why it's Jamie.
Oh,
But
here, I can fix that for you.
yeah, but my like uniqueness is like I like write with my right and I do like everything with my right, but I dribble with my left, but I shoot with my right. So
Whoa.
yeah. So
That
it's
would be confusing if I was defending you. Okay. I wouldn't know which hand to defend and which hand to block. Okay, love it. All right. Ava P, what you got?
My uniqueness is that I'm good in math and I'm a fast learner.
Yeah.
And my strengthness is that I'm strong and
Yes.
I'm tall and I'm a post player.
Yep. Yep. And you know, math can actually go really well with basketball in a lot of ways because you kind of so for instance, there are some people in their brains that when the game is like more pressure, maybe there's like 1 minute left and we're down by 10 points. You would be somebody that could be really good at like, hey, all we got to do is make 5 shots. And some people, because they have so much pressure, they can't think that simple. But you being a math person could really help your team do that. So that could be a really good strength that you can help the team. Like when we're all flustered, like, hey guys, look, it's almost halftime. We got 1 minute, but look, we're down by 4 points. Let's just score 2 baskets. And 2 baskets seems a lot easier than 4 points. Okay, so you could be really, really good at that. All right. Alexia, what you got?
So for my strength is how I never give up, and if someone puts me down, I just go up.
That is such a great strength. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, Arya. Okay, she put her hand down. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
My strength is I'm very good at stealing the ball. And my uniqueness is I'm very interested in the study of deep space.
Whoa, I love that. Okay, you gotta tell me about some stars and stuff. In one of these days, I see you at practice. Okay,
right.
I'm gonna go one more, Kiani, last one.
Well, my strength is I'm a good shooter, and my uniqueness is I write with my left hand.
Yes. Okay, good. Well, awesome. Here's the point. Okay, our tip number 1 that we have to know when pressure and expectations get to us, what we have to know first is that we are strong and we are unique. Okay, we can do some things that other people can't do. So when pressure gets on us and expectations get on us, go back to the fact that, hey, if I looked in the mirror, I know that I am one of 8 billion and I belong here and I can add something to this team because I belong here. We try not to let the pressure of everybody else get in the way because we're going to focus on bringing the strength and the uniqueness that we need to the team. Okay, so that's how we, number 1, help with our pressure and expectations. Okay, the second thing that we want to think about when we're thinking about expectations and pressure and we're trying to get through them is this idea of focusing back on our goals. Okay, so what I want you to do next, when I think about goals, let me just give you an idea of goals first. When I think about goals, some of us may want to be stronger. Some of us are working to be better post players, right? Get up on the basket, draw fouls. Some of us want to become faster. Some of us are fast. We want to get faster. Some of us maybe want to anticipate steals. Okay, then we have some of us who eventually want to make our middle school team or our high school team, or maybe we want to play college basketball, right? We want to be a better ball handler. We want to be a better shooter. These are some skills that we have that may be goals that we can create. Okay, some of us want to just become better, like mentally, like we don't want to let pressure, we don't want to let anxiety, we don't want to let stress get in the way. We want to just become better teammates for our team. Okay, we want to be smarter in the game, have better IQ. Okay, and then some of us want to be like really good teammates. Okay, we want to have fun while we're playing the sport. Maybe we just like to go because we like to have our friends are there. So whatever it is, I want you to write down 2 goals that you have for yourself for this sport of basketball. What do I want basketball to help me get to? Okay, find 2 things, write them down. What are my 2 goals when it comes to playing basketball? You can definitely do more than 2. I'm going to give you about 1 more minute though. So if you have more than 2, definitely write them down. What I don't want you to have is 5. Let's just stick to like 2 or 3.
Can I do all of them?
Okay, how about this? You can write them down, but we're going to focus in on 2 or 3. Okay, feel free to write them down because it's good to have all these goals. Maybe 30 more seconds to write down any last thoughts. Okay, 10 more seconds. I'm like a shot clock. Okay. So another word for goals is my why. It's WHY. Okay. Sometimes when we have pressure and anxiety and stress or expectations, it's really hard to remember why we are doing what we are doing, right? Sometimes mom gets mad, dad gets mad, coach gets mad, coach yells, we were running because our teammates didn't do what they needed to do. And then we just get really, really frustrated. And sometimes when we get frustrated, we tend to want to say, well, why am I even playing this sport? Like, why do I keep showing up? If I'm always going to get in trouble by my parents, if I'm always going to get in trouble by my coaches, if I'm always going to make my team run, why do I keep showing up? And we have to know why we show up. And you know what? It has to be what you want, what your goals are, not what your parents want or not what your coaches want, right? Because when it gets really, really hard, you got to find a way to dig deep and figure out why I am here. Okay, so hopefully as you look at your goals, it's helping you remind you of why I am here, why I want to do this, why I want to be a part of this. Okay, so that's tip number 2. Okay, tip number 1 is I got to know who I am, that I am unique, valuable, and enough. Tip number 2 is that I got to make sure that I know my why or my goal. Would anyone like to share? We're going to take like 5 people or less. Would anyone want to share what their goals are? Okay, Ava P, what you got?
So my goals are to get faster and become more stronger and just like make more friends, like get like a relationship with like all my teammates.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And these are things you can do every single day. I'm going to ask you a question, and ladies, I want you to listen to this because this goes back to our strength and our uniqueness. So I remember Ava P mentioned earlier that she was really, really strong, a really great post player. Okay. Now, although, of course, we all as basketball players want to be able to get up and down the court, I would ask you, Ava P, would you sacrifice being strong and a post player to be faster? Or which one would you like the most?
Probably the first one because, I mean, I could just like, if I would have to sacrifice that, I would just like lose basically everything just to become fast, even though I could just work harder and like move back and forth, like go on runs every morning and stuff like that.
That is so correct. And this is what I want you guys to know as athletes. Remembering our strengths and our uniquenesses is really important because we don't want to sacrifice what we already have to try to go chase after some other thing. So if some of us are really great ball handlers, okay, we don't want to not be good ball handlers and spend all of our time becoming great shooters. Maybe we want to be the person that gets great assists because we're great dribblers. We get past people, we get layups, we get good passes. Those are some strengths maybe of a good ball handler. We don't want to sacrifice that because we want to get faster, right? So just knowing your goals, it's okay to have both the goals, but don't sacrifice one because you think you need that because that's what other people have. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at by that one. Okay, Aaliyah, I haven't seen your hand up in a while. You want to share what your goals are?
Yeah, so my goals are to get to college ball and high school ball.
Yeah. What do you think are a couple things you have to do to get there?
Probably work hard in practice and work hard outside of practice to reach.
That's it. Yep. You got to do both. Work hard in practice and out of practice. Absolutely. Nice. Okay. Aria, what do you got? What's your goal? I got 3 more people. I take everybody right now.
Let's see, mind, skills, and goals. I think one of the best ways is to play the sport of basketball or any other sport is develop a good relationship with your teammates. Be someone that they can trust.
Ooh. Yes. Okay. And tell me what one way you can develop trust with your teams. Like, how are you going to accomplish that goal?
Well, one way is be a hardworking person that, well, if you need some backup or if something goes wrong, they can trust you to help them.
Yeah. Yep. And I think the way you said it, if you need help, you also ask for help. Right. And then you said working hard. I think what you're saying there is also like showing by example that they can trust you. If I work hard, hopefully my teammates can see that I'm working hard and they can trust me because they know that I'm putting in just as much work as they are. I think that's kind of what you're saying. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm taking 2 more, ladies. Thank you guys all for raising your hands. I thank you for being active with me. Let's go. Taya.
Probably because my layups, I like when I have like the ball sealed and I go up the court, I was like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're talking about a goal. So what about your layups as a part of your goal, you think?
Probably, even if there's like, so when there's like defense on me and I'm going for a layup and I go up there, there's, I kind of like stop and then like figure out another way to pass, but I can just like go all the way. And even if I get fouled, so I can start doing that.
Yeah. So like going up strong for a layup, right? Not bailing yourself out by making a pass, but going up strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. We'll definitely keep working on that in practice. That's a really good one. Okay. I like that. All right. One more. Ooh. Strozer. Oh man. Wait. I haven't seen Anna's hand. Anna's got to go.
My goal is to get better at passing faster and making better layups.
Making better layups. Okay. How do you work on the passing? What are you going to do?
Don't hesitate.
Yeah. And you can kind of think about like this. Let me tell you guys this real quick. If I say real quick right now, don't think of a pink elephant. How many people thought of a pink elephant? Raise your hand if you thought of a pink elephant. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know all y'all thought of a pink elephant. Okay. Let me tell you what happens with your brain. Okay. Your brain only hears the words. It doesn't hear don't. okay, or like don't mess up, don't make a mistake. Your brain doesn't hear that. All it hears is the thing. So don't mess up. You know what your brain heard? Mess up. So Anna said, don't hesitate. I would say another word would be anticipate, right? So kind of read a little bit faster. Okay, she's gonna go down and then get open. All right, so I'm gonna be prepared when she goes down. I know she's gonna come back up. I'm gonna be ready for it. So I'm gonna anticipate. So what did we just learn? Our brain doesn't hear the don't or the no. So if you say don't do this or don't do that, your brain's gonna do it, okay? So change it to the words that you want it to do.
For
Okay.
example, don't look behind you.
Oh, yes. And you want to, and yes, basically your brain's like, oh, okay. Right? So you want to say instead, look forward. Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Okay. So those are the first 2 tips. Okay. The last tip, I really appreciate you guys listening and raising your hands and participating. It really makes this a little bit more fun when we all can talk. So our last tip for the day, okay, the last one that we have to do is, let me tell you the truth, okay? I've been working with athletes on their mindset and their confidence for a really long time. And you know what? Some people think that if I work on these things, I will never mess up. If I work on these things, I will never have bad days. I will never feel the pressure. I will never feel the expectations. But the reality is, ladies, is these things don't go away. Okay, all we do is we create ourselves with tools to help us. So for instance, a team is probably not going to stop playing defense on you because they're winning by a certain amount of points, only until the referee says, stay back, right? So a team is going to continue to play defense on you. That's kind of how our mind and some of the things that are outside of our world will continue to do. They'll continue to play defense, but we got to figure out what's our strategy, what's our press break, okay, what's our plays, what's the plays we're going to run to help us when these things happen. Okay, so tip number 3 is I gotta have a reset plan. Okay, so a reset plan, it could be something verbal. All right, so here's what I want us to do first before I talk about this verbal. I want everybody to take a moment and look down at your feet. Take a moment, look down at your feet. I know it sounds funny. Look down at your feet. Keep looking. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Okay, you can look up. Does anybody know what it means when you can see your feet? Anybody have an idea? I'll tell you. Oh, Aria, you got a guess?
I think it means that you actually know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. What about Ava P? What do you got?
This isn't gonna be accurate, but like when you look at your feet, maybe it means that it's just gonna like you're thinking about something else instead of something that's going on. Like say that you just like got hurt on your knee and then like you're like thinking of something else and then like you're kind of like putting that aside and then you're just
Wow.
thinking about the stuff that you're looking at.
Wow,
sounds
Ava P,
very
that is such a mindset thing. It's called the law of substitution. That's not what I'm talking about, but that's actually really good. It's a really great trick. Sometimes when we think about one thing and it's a bad thing, if I could just think about something else, it'll actually like trump the other thing. The other thing will go away because our brain can only focus on one thing at a time. So what Ava P was talking about is this thing called the law of substitution. If I think one thing and it's not so great, if I just change my thought to something better, it'll help. So very good. Cam, what do you think I meant when I had you look at your feet?
I thought like, so when I shoot, I always set my feet, and then every time when I look down at my feet, I have to like, it's in like a weird position, so I have to like probably reset your feet.
Yeah.
Like you're always gonna have to reset your feet and something, like you have to reset your feet. You're like, I think you meant like look down at our feet because like in life sometimes you have to like reset things. Like you have to reset yourself. You have to reset like your bed. You have to
I love
reset
it.
like, and like mostly anything.
Yeah, you're so right.
Absolutely.
Yes. So looking at your feet, all of you are so great. That was such great answers. Looking at your feet tells you two things. Number one, my feet can only be where I am right now. Our feet can't be with the last play. Our feet can't be with the last shot. Our feet can't be with the last defense. Our feet go
Your
with
feet
us.
are
They're-
always with you.
Your feet are always with you. So sometimes, again, when we make a mistake and we keep thinking about the past, our feet remind us that we can't go back. We can only go right now. We can only think about the next play, okay, or the next shot or the next defense. That's what we got to focus on. So our feet help us stay, what we say, the word is present. Our feet help us stay present. So when we have a reset plan is when those things attack, the defense attacks, pressure attacks, expectations attack, we have to remember where our feet are and we reset. Okay, so a reset, one way we reset is very similar to what Ava P said. We're going to give ourselves a verbal cue, something that helps us change our thought from where we were to where we are. So let me give you a couple of examples. All right, referee called a bad foul. I got 5 fouls. We still got a half to go. What am I going to do? Am I going to stress out about that last moment? No, I'm going to tell myself, it's okay. You got this. It's okay. We'll be prepared next time. It's okay. Keep going. So what can I say to myself? I want you guys to write down one verbal cue that you can give yourself. I got the next one. I'll work on it in practice. This doesn't define me. Again, what can I say? Give me something, write something down. What can I say to myself when I need to remember that I got to be where my feet are? How do I reset? I want you guys to all write down your verbal cue. I got the next one. I'm going to play defense. Next play. Those are a couple examples. Go be a good teammate. That could be another one. Okay. All right. The next thing, another way that we can reset. So these are a couple things you can do. So one is a verbal thing. The next thing we can do is think about a visual. So you can look at something like looking at your feet, right? Be where your feet are. Maybe you look at a bracelet that you have on your arm. In fact, make sure tomorrow when we go to practice that I give you a band. If you show up to practice tomorrow, make sure I give you a wristband, okay? These wristbands say that I'm 1 out of 8 billion people. So if you need a reminder to help me be present, you can look at the wristband, okay? You can look at maybe, maybe you write something on you probably shouldn't write on your arm, but some of you guys do. So maybe you write something on your arm as a reminder, but think about something that you can look at. So what could your visual cue be? The only thing I'm gonna ask is that it's not a person, okay? It has to go at every game that you're at. So what could you look at? What could be a visual cue? It could be your feet, as I said. Okay, so make sure you write down what your visual cue could be.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can it be something that you can like visually see in your like mind?
Absolutely. Yep. Or you can find a spot on the basket. You can find a spot on the floor, the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many can you write?
You could write 2. I would say when you play in a game or when you're in practice, I want you to practice these things. And if it doesn't feel like it helps you, you could find something else. Okay. So I would say try one for like at least a week or 2 weeks. And then if you're like, okay, it doesn't really help me, you're like reset, then I just go back, I find another one. Okay. The last thing, probably one of the most important things about reset, when something happens in the game, referee calls a bad call, okay, I foul, I turn the ball over, I miss a shot, I airball a shot. Okay. I think I go back to what my team needs. Okay. The best way I can get over what I do wrong is to change it over to what can I do to help my teammates. Okay. I made a bad pass, turned the ball over. The best thing I could do was hustle back on defense. Okay. I got beat by my man on a defense. Okay, what can I do? Make sure I make good passes, take good care of the ball when we take the ball down to our side of the court. Okay, what can I do? What does my teammates need from me? We call this getting external. So not in my head, but really how can I help my teammates? Being external. Okay, so that would be a way. So thinking about what my teammates need from me next. Okay. So that would be nothing you write down. It's just in the moment, you just got to go to that thought. Okay. So again, our 3 tips for today. Okay. We're running out of time. Number 1, I got to know who I am, what my strengths are, and what my uniquenesses are. Okay. If I focus on those, regardless of the pressure or my parents or my coaches or my teammates' expectations, I know what I bring to the table. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to keep bringing those things. I'm going to show up every day just as I am. Okay. Number 2 tip, okay, is to, gosh, I lost what was number 2 tip real quick. What are my goals? What's my why? Okay. Number 2 tip, what are my goals? What is my why? Why do I show up every day? Why do I keep getting better? Okay. And number 3 tip is when things do go wrong, because they will, how do I play offense on it versus allowing it to play defense on me? How do I get by that defender? Okay. What is my reset plan? So those are our 3 tips for today. Okay. I see 3 hands up. Do you guys still have something to say, or are we good? Good. Ava P, you got something?
On verbal, like you said, like next play and stuff. Our coach B for our 5th grade team, she says next play if we do say if we miss the shot and they get the rebound, she tells us next play and she tells us to get into the plays that we do.
Yep. So that's literally what you could use for your reset plan. Yep. Aria, what do you got?
Well, my verbal reset plan, I said I won't let this define me.
Okay. Or how about this? This doesn't define me. Okay, because I won't let this, remember your brain, it's too many words for your brain. Okay, so think about something a little bit shorter. So this doesn't define me is really good. Okay. Okay. Ladies, I thank you for tuning in with me. I'm gonna let Cam go. If anyone else has anything, we can stay after for a little bit, but I know it's getting late for most of you guys. We got school tomorrow. So Cam, what do you got?
Hold on.
Someone's in the room, I think. Well, ladies, I really appreciate your time. Kim, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. You finish?
So, another thing that I did was that I always tell myself this in my head. I always say, block out this call and move forward. Because you can't move backwards. You have to move forward.
So right. Yep. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, just say move forward. Okay. The blocking out the last play, it just causes too many words in your brain. Just tell your brain what you want to do next. Just move forward. Yep. Very good. Awesome. Well, again, are you okay? All right, y'all. We got to go in a minute. Lexia, what you got?
I say just keep moving forward.
That's right. That is right. I love it. Okay, Aria, you got anything else? Your hand just still raised. Okay. Okay, ladies. Well, I hope that you have a really great week. Okay, remember, out of everything, out of 8 billion people in the world, there's only one of you. Okay, that makes you unique, valuable and enough, okay? Just as you are. There's no basketball game, there's no shot, there's no skill that could change just how cool and important you are to not only this sport, but to your world, okay? So I will see you all this week. Hopefully, if I don't see you this week, make sure you guys stay safe, and I hope to see you soon. If I see you tomorrow, I'll bring my bands, okay? Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.